What's going on, guys? Just out here for a ride, scrubbing in some new tires, and I was out for a ride with the local riding group, Ride North Moto. You guys are fantastic riders, and the trail got a little too much for me, honestly, so I turned around, but I figured while I was here and still scrubbing in those new wheels, I'd stop and make a video for you guys on my Africa Twin build, in case you haven't been following along, or you're just curious as to what I've put into it. Let's have a look. Out for a little ride on some of our local dirt trails here this evening, scrubbing in a new set of tires that I have for an upcoming trip in a couple of weeks. And thought I'd go over the build here on my Africa Twin. So let's start from the top, shall we? We got the double take mirrors, of course, bark busters, a couple of must-haves. Going down, we had the Outback MotorTech crash bars. Got the Denali D7s on the front. Those things are bright enough to light up the night 3 days in advance, trust me. We got the Corbin seat. The thing is like super plush compared to the stock one. Again with the Outback MotorTech panty racks. You guys all know we got the Moscow bags to go on there whenever I'm on a trip. And currently rocking a set of Motaz tires. I think these tires are great. They're long lasting, they're aggressive, handle the highway very well. Also have Camel ADV foot bags on here and a Camel ADV camel toe side stand. Also got the Outback MotorTech skid plate on the bottom. We got the stag pegs, these things. Awesome. Should be on every bike that you own. I also have the Hyper Pro springs. Obviously you can't see that, but the suspension on this bike was a bit soft. I'm a little on the husky side. Bike's heavy, packed with luggage, a lot of weight. So I upgraded the suspension to stiffen it up a little bit. And it actually increased the height by like 20 millimeters, which at 6'3" isn't an issue for me. Got the Moscow hood tank bag on there. I apologize in advance, I'm kind of just right beside the road here. Just out on some of our local dirt. Breaking in some new rubber. Favorite combo of tires right here. We got the Motaz Dual Venture on the front. And on the back, we got the Motaz Tractionator Adventure. Tubeless tires on this bike. And for the phone, probably the final thing, I'm a bit of a quad lock fan, so. I almost forgot to mention one upgrade that I do have on the bike that you actually can't see, and that's the Hex Easy Can. If you have one of these big bikes and you have a lot of electronics that you want to control, horns, lights, brake lights, or whatever, that thing makes it super easy. It's plug and play. Use the controls on your handlebars. No need for extra buttons, extra wiring. Look into it. So I'm in the garage and I just finished installing this new WRS windscreen and a brand new set of alt-rider radiator guards on the bike, which I'm hoping might help with the trip up north that I'm about to leave on. But I thought that I should probably add to this video on what I think are the first couple of modifications you should do to any bike when you buy it, because as you can tell, like my Africa Twin is decked out with pretty much every possible farkle that you can find. So I'll use my Twin as an example. If I was to go buy a brand new one of these right now, I was on a budget and I had to pick the first couple of modifications that I had to do to it. The first thing I'm going to think about is protecting the bike. I'd probably go with crash bars and like a proper set of bark busters, not the cheap plastic ones that come on the bike from the factory. Your stock skid plate honestly will get you by for a while unless you're really planning on doing some hardcore riding on the thing. And The mirrors, I mean, I'm a big fan of double take mirrors, but realistically, you can leave the stock ones on there and just replace them when they break, and they might never. Depends on how you ride the bike. But I definitely invested some crash bars, the lower ones at least for the twin, and a quality set of hand guards, because that's going to protect your engine, going to protect your levers, and that's some pretty critical stuff that you don't want to be breaking when you're out on a trip. When it comes to all the other farkles that we put on our bikes, like lights, windscreens, luggage racks, rear racks, all that stuff can come in time, and none of it is really critical to like the safety of your bike, and you can add it at your leisure or whenever you can afford to. Tires are the same thing. Tires have pros and cons. Run your stock ones out. See what they feel like, so you'll have a better idea when you do upgrade to a more aggressive set or a more street oriented set. You'll have something to compare to. Anyway, as I've said already, I hope you had enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on anything I have on the twin, feel free to throw it in the comments down below, or reach out to me in any form of social media, and I'd love to have a chat with you and give you the reasoning as to why I'd recommend what I'd recommend and why I use what I use. Not sponsored by any of the companies or the parts that I have on this bike, but they all make quality parts, and I think they'd be great on yours. By the time this video airs, I'm probably going to be in the middle of a big trip to the Yukon, Alaska, and all the way up to Tuktoyaktuk, the Arctic Ocean. So if you're not already following me on all the other social channels, please do. I'll be trying to share to my story as much as I can, and I'm going to be running my cameras as often as I can, so when I do get back, I'll be able to upload some videos here for you guys to watch, and for my own memories too, which is honestly the biggest reason I kind of like doing this. So hope you enjoyed my Africa twin build. If it gave you any ideas, or if you got any questions on anything I have on the bike, feel free to reach out at any time. Ride safe, and we'll see you on the trail.